Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this citizenship ceremony. My name's Anthony Vasford. I'm the CEO at East Gippsland Shire Council, and I'm your MC for today. It gives me great pleasure to start by welcoming Sandra Patton, a Gunai Senior Elder, to conduct a welcome to country.
Thank you and good morning everybody, and thank you to Anthony. Morning all, my name is Sandra Patton. I'm here today to welcome you to the land of the Gunai people. I'm a traditional owner of this beautiful area we call Gippsland, the homelands of the Gunai. My Aboriginal heritage is Gunai, Gippsland, Monaro, Jindabyne and the Snowy Mountains High Country, and Yorta along the Murray River. Today I am performing the Welcome to Country ceremony. This practice is just one of many footprints identifying who we are as Aboriginal people's connection to country, to the land. The footprint for the welcoming ceremony is a cultural practice that has been practiced for over 60,000 years. When I speak about connection to country, my knowledge comes from generations of Aboriginal ancestors, their stories, songlines and drawings connecting me to country. The stories, songlines and drawings that has been handed down for thousands of years, and the stories, songlines and drawings connected to the landscapes, to the waters, the rivers, sacred areas and spiritual beings. This connection shaped who we are as Aboriginal people and what we stand for. Australia Day is a time for all Australians to reflect, respect and celebrate. Today, as an Aboriginal person, I reflect on Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander history and culture and the lasting impact that European settlement has had on that culture. Aboriginal people, we have demonstrated and celebrated thousands of generations of enduring culture. We pass down and learn more about the country we live on and listen to new perspectives on our history. As all Australians, we all need to change our thoughts, what we are truly thinking, and how we observe today. This day, the 26th of January. On the 26th of January 1938, Indigenous Australians across Australia joined together for the National Day of Mourning to mark the 150th anniversary of settlement. The Aboriginal Tent Embassy on the lawns of Parliament House in Canberra was founded on the 26th of January 1972, a powerful symbol for all Aboriginal Australians, and that celebrates its 50th anniversary this year. A smoking ceremony is also another traditional practice we do as Aboriginal people. A smoking ceremony is an ancient Aboriginal custom across Australia that involves burning various native plants to produce smoke. The smoke cleansing properties ward off bad spirits from the people and the land. Smoking ceremonies make pathway for a brighter future. Smoking ceremonies are cleansing and a welcoming ceremony and are incorporated into welcome to country ceremonies. There are 5 Gunai clan groups in Gippsland, and on the 22nd of October 2010, the Federal Court recognised that the Gunai people hold native title over much of Gippsland, from Warrigal in the west, east to the Snowy River, north to the Great Divide and south to the coast. The 5 Gunai clan groups are Bratwulong, Brayakwulong, Brabwulong, Tatungulong and Crowathungalong. Thank you for allowing me to share my story about my lands. May your stay in this beautiful land be safe, and may the winds gently sail over you. Today, on behalf of the Gunai people, I welcome you to the land of the Gunai people. May the footprints you leave be a reminder to you of the importance of the strength of Aboriginal culture on the land of the Gunai people and beyond. Thank you to you, the audience, to East Gippsland Shire, in demonstrating proper process, in showing respect and allowing me, as a traditional owner, to welcome you and share with you my connections to this land, the land of the Gunai-Kurnai people. May your ceremony be a great ceremony today, and may you take away with you today some of the words of wisdom that I've offered you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra, for that fantastic welcome to country. It's great to have you here with us this morning. I'd also like to pay my respects to the traditional owners, the Gunai-Kurnai people, and their unique contribution they make to our region. And pay my respects to elders past and present and to the Aboriginal community. On behalf of East Gippsland Shire Council, I extend a warm welcome to you all today to this citizenship ceremony, our first for 2022. It's great to see family and friends have come along to support today our candidates for Australian citizenship and to witness this very special occasion. We are also pleased to be able to live stream the ceremony via webcasting and welcome those family and friends of our candidates that are online and joining us today from wherever they are. And we know from past experience that's right across the world. So welcome to East Gippsland from everyone who's watching wherever they live. Before we formally commence, I'd extend an invitation for you to take videos and photos during the ceremony. Please don't be concerned about doing that. I would ask you though, from within our COVID requirements, to just keep that in mind as we live with COVID in our community. The masks do need to continue to be worn whenever you're moving around and sitting inside. There will be an opportunity for photos afterwards, so don't feel that you haven't had that opportunity. There will be photo opportunities after the event. Can I just say before we get into it, if you have any electronic devices, could you make sure that they're on silent or turned off for the ceremony? I see that all the candidates have got their labels clearly marked, so thank you. Please continue to wear those throughout the ceremony. And we would appreciate and know that not everyone can stay right to the end, but if you could stay until the national anthem has been sung, it would be much appreciated. And then at the end of the ceremony today, there will be some light refreshments served at the back of the room. So I'd like to acknowledge our Mayor, Councillor Mark Reeves, who will speak to you shortly. The Honourable Tim Bull, Member for Gippsland East. I'd also like to acknowledge former Councillor and Mayor Peter Neal, who's joining us today. Welcome. We do have, unusually, we have apologies from most of our councillors because they're actually out and about across the Shire at community events today. So they do send their apologies but wish you all the best. We also have apologies from the Honourable Alex Hawke MP, the Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs, and our local federal member, the Honourable Darren Chester, who is unable to be here today. Today's citizenship ceremony is being conducted by the authority of the Minister of Home Affairs in accordance with the Australian Citizenship Act 2007. Presiding over the ceremony is Councillor Mark Reeves, Mayor of East Gippsland Shire Council. The ceremony today completes the legal requirements prescribed by the Australian Citizenship Act, which requires each new citizen to make the Australian Citizenship Pledge. It also provides an opportunity for us to welcome you and celebrate your decision to become an Australian citizen. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Councillor Mark Reeves, our Mayor, to address you.
Well, thank you, Anthony. That microphone okay there? Great, terrific. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this citizenship ceremony today, and happy Australia Day as well. I'm really delighted to be here on behalf of East Gippsland Shire and welcome you. In all my mayoral duties, I have to say that citizenship ceremonies are one of the events that I take greatest delight in. They are really fantastic. And I hope today is a wonderful day for you, the candidates. And welcome, Tim. It's terrific to be that you're here, and also Peter and Marie. So it's lovely that you're here as well. Taking up citizenship is a serious step. It's a symbol of your commitment to the country which you have chosen to make home. And some of you have made this country home for a long time, 50-something years in some cases. Just as importantly, the conferment of citizenship is a symbol of Australia's commitment to you. as it is the step which makes you a full and equal member of the Australian community. The Parliament recognises that Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the Commonwealth of Australia. Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and responsibilities and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting our diversity. The Parliament recognises that persons granted Australian citizenship enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing our democratic beliefs, by respecting their and our rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. However, no one who becomes an Australian citizen is expected to renounce their or your cultural identity. The customs and traditions you have grown up with are a part of your heritage. It is important that you maintain these links with your past, for this cultural mix is what makes Australia unique and a special country. Today's ceremony marks the final stage in your decision to become an Australian citizen, the greatest compliment you can make to the people of Australia. Australian citizenship is the common bond which unites us all. Australia respects the diverse cultural inheritance of its citizens and you, and we are honoured that you have chosen to become an Australian citizen today. With citizenship comes responsibilities as well as rights. The greatest responsibility is to participate fully in our community, to strengthen the freedom and openness which makes Australia unique. We in East Gippsland are delighted that you have chosen to make your home in our shire, and I'm sure that everyone here today will agree with me when I say that this is truly a great place to live. I would like now to read a message from the Honourable Alex Hawke MP, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs. Quite a portfolio. So the Minister says, today you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation, and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and more recently with people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in the freedom and dignity of each individual, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. We value the rule of law, democracy, and equality of opportunity for all people. We stand with other democracies in helping to defend and protect these hard-fought freedoms. We are resilient as a nation. Drought, bushfire, floods, global pandemics, earthquakes, tsunamis have challenged our normal way of life. Our social cohesion, a key strength of Australia, has never been more important. Upon taking the pledge of commitment today, I call on you to embrace these values and the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship and play an active part in your local communities to build an even stronger nation. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. And that's signed Alex Hawke MP. And that concludes the Minister's message. So on behalf of the councillors of East Gippsland Shire and all its people, its residents, I wish you good health, happiness, prosperity, and may you achieve your personal dreams for your future here in Australia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. To our candidates for Australian citizenship today. As an Australian citizen, you are entitled under law to the same rights that are enjoyed by people born in Australia. By becoming an Australian, you are showing that you want to have a say in Australia's future. The Australian Citizenship Pledge calls upon new citizens to make a commitment of loyalty to Australia and its people. Candidates have a choice of making an oath or affirmation in pledging their loyalty as citizens of Australia. A I now invite the following candidates taking the oath under God to please stand in your place. Sandra Campbell. Tracy Kirkham. Hoang Nguyen. Shail S. Kumar Patel. Chansey Patel. Donald Scott. Jennifer Scott. Jose de Sopaz. Maria dos Santos de Sopaz. If I got that slightly right. Thank you, Mayor.
Candidates, please repeat this pledge line by line after me. From this time forward under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. Please take a seat. Thank you.
Would the candidates taking the affirmation please stand when I call your name? Nadira Anise. Carla Baker. Edward Goodwin. Jeanette Nelson. Shane Rabbit. Thanks, Mark.
So candidates, please repeat this pledge line by line after me. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. Thank you. Please be seated.
Thank you, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, please join with me in congratulating our new citizens. Well done, everyone. I'll now invite the Mayor to step forward and present the evidence of citizenship ceremonies with Honourable Tim Bull, Member for Gippsland, to present a gift from Council as well. So again, as I call your name, please come forward for the presentation. Nadira. Carla. Sandra. Edward.
Yeah, stay there, stay there.
Tracy. Hoang. Jeanette. Shailesh Kumar. Chancy. Shane. Donald. Jennifer. Jose. And our last candidate, Maria. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in congratulating our new citizens. I'll now ask the Mayor to complete the affirmation ceremony.
Thank you. Let me get to my right page. Should have left this open. So this morning we witnessed our new Australian citizens pledge their commitment to Australia and its people. Many Australians have not had the opportunity to do so because they were not born here. Because they were born here, pardon me, they were born here, so they haven't had the chance to pledge their commitment. So participation in an affirmation ceremony is voluntary and has no legal effect, but it is a symbolic way to increase awareness of what it means to be Australian and to help us build our pride in being a citizen of this great nation. So I'd now invite all Australians who wish to publicly affirm their commitment to Australia to be upstanding and to join in reciting this affirmation. Those who are not Australian citizens but still wish to declare loyalty to Australia may join in after the second line. So if you would like to stand and join me, terrific. So, after me, as an Australian citizen, I affirm my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I uphold and obey. Well, thank you. Now, please remain standing if you are able and join with me in singing the Australian National Anthem, Advance Australia Fair. It'll be up on the screen. Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every state advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, Advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this Commonwealth of ours renowned of all the land. For those who come across the seas with boundless bliss to share, with courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, Advance Australia fair.
Well done. Thanks, everyone.
Wonderful. Please have a seat.
Thank you, Mayor.
Pleasure.
I would now like to invite the Honourable Tim Bull, Member for Gippsland East, forward to say a few words, if you'd like.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Australia Day to you all, especially to our candidates. Well, you're not candidates anymore. You've moved beyond that. You're now Australian citizens, and congratulations on taking that big step. Whenever we come to the citizenship ceremonies, and we have generally 2 or 3 a year, I think, Mark, don't we? It's very interesting to see the different backgrounds and the stories of different people, and invariably people generally fit into 3 categories. We have people who've been living in our community for a long time and made very valuable contributions, who have finally decided to take the step. We have a cohort that has been in this country for some time but has decided to come to East Gippsland to live and decided to become an Australian citizen. And we have the third cohort that are relatively new arrivals. Those that have been here for a long time and have already been part and established themselves in our community will know what East Gippsland is all about. That we have a great sense of looking after each other in times of need, and we have a few of those times when we live in East Gippsland with the fires and floods at different times. And I would encourage those who have either just moved here or from the city, or those that are relatively new arrivals to our country, to embrace our community, embrace our ethos of volunteerism and support for each other, because that's very much the strength, I believe, of East Gippsland. And a lot of country communities have that, and I spoke about this morning at the Australia Day breakfast. With the greatest respect to some of our city cousins, they often don't know who's living next door to them. Up here in the country, we not only know who's living next door, but we offer help, assistance and support to our neighbours and our wider community in those times of need. So if I can get that message through, those of you who've lived here for a long time will already be more than well aware of that. But please embrace the community if you're a relatively new arrival to it. East Gippsland is a great place to live, work and raise a family. You saw during the national anthem the scenery that was on the screen there. That's all from this shire. The magnificent beaches, the wilderness areas, the great industries that we have, the great people that we have here. It really is a terrific place, and I know that most of you are already familiar and well aware of that. I'll just finish off by congratulating the council. This is the third Australia Day event that we've had over the past 7 days. The major event at Now was terrific. We had a large attendance there. We had the breakfast this morning in the main street. That was very well attended again. And the council, as usual, has done a fantastic job with the citizenship ceremony. And not only to you, Anthony and Mark, but Luke and Tony and the other staff who set up and organised the venue here today and make sure that things are running very smoothly. It's a credit to you and well done on that. But particularly for our new Australians, and as I think the banner there says, and as Mark read out, this represents full and formal membership of the community of Australia. That's what you've done today. Many of you have been, long-serving members of our community. Well, now you just tick that box of being a formal and full member of our community. So congratulations to you all. Have a great Australia Day. And whether that involves having a barbie with a beer or a quiet wine tonight, make sure you sit back and reflect on your big step today. And my sincerest congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Well, that concludes the official proceedings today. There is, as I said earlier, some morning tea at the back, so feel free to stay and mix with your family and your friends. To those that joined us online, thank you for watching the ceremony and seeing the people that you love and care about make this step. And to all of you, congratulations again and have a great Australia Day. Thanks, everyone.